Hello everyone, let's see what Papa is offering up today. I am your host, Random Moth Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing Papa John's Pizza, a couple of their new items and their older items. So I'm very excited today to announce that there are 3 different new items that have actually come to the menu for Papa John's, as well as a couple of new sauces that I have not tried past yesterday, of course. Yesterday, I essentially had these for dinner, and my sister actually lovingly prepared them at Papa John's herself and then brought it to us. So I'm very thankful for that. She has done an amazing job with her work, and I'm going to go ahead and review all of the delicious products that I have with you here today. So feel free to kind of put this into a series for restaurant item reviews and stuff like that. Whenever I see a restaurant has a new item up for sale, I would love to go ahead and check them out. So Papa John's is definitely a lovely start. So right here, I actually have 3 new items, a couple of old ones. We are gonna go ahead and actually review each and every one of them for you guys. Alright, let's get started, shall we? So allow me to describe what we have. We have a chicken parmesan kind of popper. If you don't know what a popper is, it's kind of like a side item that Papa John's has, where it is like a bready kind of a piece they can eat from, and it's got stuffing from the from whatever theme it's after. We got the chicken parmesan flavored chicken popper. Then we have the jalapeno popper, and we have an Oreo popper right here. I also have for you a slice of steaming hot. Slice of steaming hot Philly cheesesteak pizza, and a slice of cheese pizza right here. It's just still stuck together, so I'm just gonna not waste any time. And finally, we also have one single chicken popper itself to try. Okay, so Papa John's, in my opinion, is a very wonderful restaurant. I'm not too big a fan of their pizza sauce because it does tend to be a bit on the sweet side. However, I do really love a lot of their creations and stuff like that. The papadillas are another wonderful thing that I love to try. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with one of the poppers, shall we? Let's go ahead and get started with one of the poppers, shall we? So today we are going to go ahead and try a chicken popper. This one right here is the chicken parmesan popper. Let me go ahead and show you. I already showed this to you just a bit ago, but we are going to try it in 2 different ways. The item that we are going to try it with is the garlic parmesan sauce that they have. It is delicious. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to go ahead and try it for you today. Alright, so first off, let's get a raw bite. I like the blend of the sauce as well as the cheese. The chicken is really tender and juicy. The bread isn't too hard at all, which I really like. And it's like a bite-sized Hot Pocket that, well, technically 2 bite-sized Hot Pocket that has chicken, cheese, and tomato sauce in it. It's really good. My sister said that they actually use string cheese in order to get the cheesiness of the poppers, which is really cool because I like string cheese. Alright, next up, let's try it with that delicious Parmesan garlic sauce. That sauce is something else. Me personally, based off of the great words of Guy Fieri himself, I could put this sauce on a flip-flop and still be able to eat it. It's really good. I honestly do really like it. Okay, so That one was delicious. I will go ahead and give it, I would say, like a solid 8 out of 10 for rating, because I couldn't find very much anything wrong with it. However, I do see how sometimes they can get a bit like, how do I say it? If it's not cooked by the right person, they can get like underdone and stuff like that, but that's not really the product's fault. I think solidly it is an 8 out of 10, mainly because the flavors work so well together, but I feel like there's just something like so minuscule that it's hard to miss, but there's something missing there. Like, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Okay, next up on our list, we have the jalapeno popper. So I'm also going to be trying this with that garlic parmesan sauce. But first, I'm going to go ahead and try it currently just by itself. So, if you don't know what a jalapeno popper is, it's essentially jalapeno cheese. Typically, they don't have bread. Typically, they're like kind of like a deep fried popper, or like maybe they're like cut in half and then stuffed with cheese and like some sort of mixture. Sometimes they're wrapped with bacon, but this is how Papa John's has done theirs. So, from what I remember last night, they were relatively spicy and they were really cheesy. However, there was like a underlying tone of like pickled jalapeno, which I am not too big a fan of. However, I am going to go ahead and review it for you guys right now. So yeah, the spice is definitely still there. It's for me, because of my spice tolerance, it's not too bad, but it is, I would say, pretty hot, especially because they're jalapenos. They're not, well, they're not really like the hottest pepper I've ever had, but, well, not the hottest thing I've ever had, because I don't really explore super spicy peppers, because I like spice, but I don't want to kill myself with spice. So, it's like one of those things where it's like, it will make you feel really warm inside and like burn your tongue just a little, but eventually it will go away. So that's kind of my review on the raw bite. Whenever I say raw bite, I don't mean like it's undercooked or anything like that. What I mean is like without sauce. That's kind of what I mean. So yeah, next up we are going to try it with the garlic parmesan sauce. Sorry I like dunk it in so much sauce. I just love this garlic parmesan sauce. It's amazing. Highly suggest go ahead and check it out. It is a homemade sauce. Well, house-made sauce, I should say. It actually doesn't come in one of the containers kind of like this. By the way, this is the barbecue sauce, which I'm also going to be reviewing in just a little while. Okay, go ahead and give it a taste. It's kind of strange to me because it makes it very good, like the garlic sauce. It's like, for some reason, the pickled jalapeno as well as the garlic and cheese work so well together, and I don't know why. Like, oh god, sorry, it's a bit hot. So, ooh. Essentially, it's like how do I say it? The strong flavor of garlic working with the pickled flavor of the jalapeno, where you still get like a flavor of pepper, but slightly pickled, obviously. I feel like that works really well together, and I don't know, like there's just something about it that makes it click, and I feel like it's great. The cheesiness is also wonderful, and I actually kind of like how the bit of like a sour flavor kind of goes on with it. But I would go ahead and get something like blue cheese or ranch in order to like calm down that spice, because holy crap, that isn't it gets intense after a little while. So I would go ahead and get some sort of like cream or like milk kind of thing. That way you can calm down your taste buds a bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try one of the last new things that we actually have here today. So we have two different things. We have the Oreo popper right here. it doesn't look like Oreo, but here's like a backwards view of it. And we also have the sauce that goes with it, which is actually frosting. So their powdered sugar frosting is actually relatively good. However, it is sweet because duh, it's frosting. So we're gonna go ahead and first try it raw, and then we are going to try the popper with the frosting. Me personally, I don't feel like this actually needs any more frosting because whenever I tried it last night, it was actually really good by itself. I hadn't even tried it with frosting yesterday. As a lover of Oreo, that is absolutely delicious. I feel like Oreos like this, when they're like, if they're not deep fried or anything like that, they should actually be baked into stuff like this. I don't know why, but it just worked so freaking well. The flavor is amazing. Surprisingly, at least to me, this is nowhere near as sweet as someone could actually make this, which is great because it's a balance of like the breadiness of the actual like popper itself, as well as the flavor of the Oreo, which is already kind of like a mildly sweet chocolate, and the slight bit of frosting makes it taste great together. I would say it's a pretty well balanced dessert kind of item. All right, and let's go ahead and try it with the frosting. Okay. I barely got any frosting there. Hold on. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a taste. Honestly delicious, but again, I feel like it doesn't even need the frosting. Although it is good with the frosting. I do feel like if you do like the frosting kind of stuff, that it would be a great way to go ahead and kind of like, I guess you could say, make the dough softer and stuff like that. I would highly suggest probably using milk instead, because that would be wonderful with this. But personally, if you like the dessert kind of style snacks, I think you would love those Oreo poppers from Papa John's as well. So personally, if you want my solid opinion, it was a little bit chewy with the dough, so I'm going to cut out a lot of the chewing that was actually in the video because it did take me a little while, but I do really like the flavors of it. It works great. I do feel like the chewiness was probably my fault because I had to re-microwave the food. That way I could give it like a solid review and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just like put it at that, to where it's like, it might be chewy, it might not, but how I experienced it with the microwave, it was a bit on the chewy side. So I don't remember how it was last night, but I do want to say that it wasn't chewy yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and say that it was relatively great. I will give this flavor a... I'm going to go ahead and give it like a 7 out of 10 because I like Oreo. I love the breadiness and all that stuff. However, it can be a bit too sweet with the frosting. So I'm going to go ahead and have that as kind of my rating. I forgot to rate the jalapeno popper, so we're going to go ahead and rate that as well. The jalapeno popper was a 6 out of 10. So the reason why personally is because I feel like personally I like spice, but not so much to the point of where it actually makes me struggle. I like a little bit of like tingliness in the spice, but not something that would like make me go like, oh god, you know, stuff like that, where I don't really care too much for that. But me personally, I feel like the flavor was okay. I didn't sorry. I feel like the flavor was okay. I didn't really like the pickled flavor at first, unless it was paired up with the garlic, like Parmesan sauce. The sauces so far, the garlic Parmesan and the frosting, I'm going to give the garlic parmesan a 10 out of 10. Keep making that sauce. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm going to go ahead and give the frosting a, 5 out of 10. You can't mess up frosting, essentially. It's just impossible. But, oh well, it tastes alright. It's just, kind of boring by itself, of course, but then again, as I said, it's frosting. It's not meant to be by itself. So we're going to go ahead and have that as the rating. The final things we need to rate today are the chicken popper, like just a basic chicken popper, which is kind of like a boneless wing or a chicken nugget. There is the Philly cheesesteak pizza and a cheese pizza. So we're going to go ahead and give that a rating as well. So, the Philly cheesesteak pizza right here, here's how it looks. It honestly is one of my favorite pizzas from Papa John's. I do also really like the buffalo chicken pizza and the barbecue chicken pizza, but that's just my personal opinion. Italians, they're going to try and sue me because pizza is supposed to be like, with the tomato sauce, the pepperoni, the sausage, vegetables, cheese, things like that. However, I do also kind of like the more untraditional pizzas. I'm not too big a fan of pineapple on pizza, but we're going to go ahead and get into that later. Let's go ahead and have a debate in the comments. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? Me, personally, I don't, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Alright. This is, as I said before, the Philly cheesesteak pizza. This pizza actually comes with kind of like a ranch sauce, if I'm correct, as well as the cheese blend. It's got peppers and thinly shaved skirt steak. I want to say that's all it has on it. And the peppers that it has is the pepperoncinis, and it also comes with onion as well. So I really like this. This is a very nice blend of flavors. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Can't go wrong with that. That flavor's intense. And, wanna know what else is gonna be intense? This sauce with that. Priceless. I love that a lot. So I think you guys already know the answer to what I'm going to say about this. I would say it's going to be probably like a 10 out of 10 for the Philly cheesesteak pizza. Either that or a 9 out of 10. I feel like it would actually work a little bit better if the ranch sauce was something kind of like an Alfredo or like a cheddar sauce of some kind. However, personally, by itself, I feel like even though it's not as, the sauce isn't too big of an issue, I feel like by itself as a whole, I would think it would be a 10 out of 10. It's definitely really reminiscent of the classic Philly cheesesteak. You got the bread, you got the cheese, you got the peppers, onions, and obviously the steak. I really like all of that at once, as well as how they actually cooked it to where it's like you've got some crispy bits, you got some soft and tender bits, sometimes a little bit of a chewy bit here and there, but that's steak for you, especially when it comes to Philly cheesesteak. So I really like that as a total for a pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 10 out of 10 for my review. Next up, we have their classic cheese pizza. So this one literally has nothing changed to it other than the fact that it is a classic cheese pizza. So if you don't know what that is already by now, which is shocking if you don't, it is just tomato sauce and cheese. So that's literally it. But we're going to go ahead and give that a taste because I love cheese pizza as well. Really nice, however, a bit bland. But want to know what will make it intense? The front. No, I'm not playing that. No, this garlic sauce. Honestly, as I said before, it'll make it intense. It'll make it so much better. However, I do feel like that would be masking the flavor of the pizza by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste. it's alright. Yeah. The garlic sauce is definitely really good by itself. So, the pizza by itself, I would say give it like a... let's give it a 5 out of 10 for the rating. So, I'm not too big a fan of it because it's like so plain. I typically like to go ahead and add a couple of different flavors to the pizza in order to make it more unique. However, that is not the case for this. This is just, a basic cheese pizza. So I'm going to have it at kind of like a middle tier rating. And finally, let's go ahead and try the chicken popper by itself. So this is kind of like a chicken nugget, and essentially I really like the chicken poppers, and they have this amazing sauce that I'm going to go ahead and try next time. So I'm going to go ahead and explain that sauce just a little while I undo this one. The sauce that I love the chicken poppers with is a honey chipotle. Oops, sorry, said that completely wrong. Honey chipotle. There we go. Sauce. And it's kind of like a smoky, sweet, bit of like a slightly spicy sauce that I honestly really love. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a taste next time if we ever go to Papa John's again to try new stuff. So here's what the sauce is. This is a barbecue sauce. You already saw the label. We're going to go ahead and give it a taste. This is the chicken popper. It is basically just like chicken breast, I want to say, and breading with a little bit of like seasoning. Alright, let's give it a taste. I like the chicken poppers, especially because my sister picks them out. She gets the best pieces. So I feel like that is a bit like prejudiced, at least towards me. But, well, not towards me, but like, it's soft chicken breast, and it can be really juicy if it's fresh. However, this is reheated, so it's lost some of that juice. However, the barbecue sauce actually makes it taste great. This would be great for like a replacement of like boneless wings if you want to go for that route. It's not too crunchy or anything like that. The dough typically, well, not dough, but like the breading is kind of like soft, but it's got like a bit of crispiness to it if you like that sort of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that, say that their chicken poppers are a 7 out of 10. However, with sauce, they could be a 9 out of 10. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, if indeed you still are. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and share with your friends. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm actually going to also have the final video of that South Korea box for, like, I've been holding it up because of the holiday box, so I figured I would go ahead and finish that up finally, and then we're moving on to a new one. If I'm correct, I want to say the next one is Italy, but I will go ahead and get back to you guys on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.